Tim Albright with AVNation at Enterprise Connect 2024 with Tom Jorgensen from Singlewire. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tim?
Good. I found out about you guys through our mutual friends at Atlas IED, right? There's a company that you guys leverage pretty heavily.
Yes.
And for really kind of a 50,000 foot view before we get into the details, you guys are really concerned about the triggers in communication environment, right? A lot of times people see Singlewire and they think emergency notification, right? That's certainly part of what you guys do. But let's start even higher than that and talk about the triggers that you're worried about and that you're concerned with.
Yeah. So InformCast Fusion is a mass notification critical event management software platform. We do a lot with emergency situations, but we also do a lot with operational things.
Okay.
Our triggers could be little things, IoT sensors, door locks, things like that. We want to make sure that when the emergency buttons are pushed, we get the people where they need to be.
Okay. So walk me through that process. A trigger happens, whether that Cisco phones here that now have a panic button in them, right?
Yeah.
You've got personal wearing devices that instructors or anybody in hospitals can push this button and send out an alert. How do you guys get from a contact here or a trigger here all the way through to the system?
Yep. So we can ingest different protocols and register different device types. So some of these are going to be sending us an API call.
Okay.
So that will be with token encrypted, comes into us. They'll tell us who pressed the button, where they are. They might get that information off of a real-time location. Some of these things are delivered to us via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Some are LTE. We have all of those here on the bench. And then as soon as we receive that message, based on what we receive, then we're going to make our outbound action. So that may involve just a simple message to a responder of what needs to happen, or it can be a multi-tiered response where we have different messages going to different audiences on different channels of communication. So maybe police on radio or different people on push notifications or other messages going overhead out the speakers or digital signage. So we want to coordinate that messaging and get the appropriate information to the right people instantly.
Okay. So walk me through a typical installation, right? Somebody says, you know what, Singlewire, Tom, I want to put this in my facility, right? What does that rollout look like and who really is involved in that system from a customer standpoint?
Yeah, so once we've identified a need and an organization knows they want our software, we will provision a cloud provider. That is going to be the management hub for the system.
Okay.
It'll also provide the cloud-based interactions, things like Azure AD for users, the UCaaS platform, the telephones. And then we have a premise-based server. That's really important. Everybody wants cloud, but fire panels and access control systems and a lot of things only operate on premise. So what we do is we tie the two together so that if a premise-based trigger happens, not only will I notify people on-prem, but I'll also notify the cloud participants as well.
Okay.
Vice versa, if I have my mobile app and I need to activate a message, that may come out the premise side. So both sides work in concert. People we need, IT, network, best case we have security, facilities, maybe HR.
Okay.
We want to get a lot of interaction with the users that will be leveraging the platform, because a lot of times there have been standard operating procedures established, and the biggest bang for buck is automating things that currently people have to do during an emergency, which burns up their time. So if we can eliminate 2/3 of the actions by automating them within our middleware, then that lets them focus on the really important things that need human interaction.
All right. Tom, somebody wants to find out more about Singlewire, how do they do that?
Singlewire.com.
All right. Tom Jorgensen from Singlewire for us, for AVNation. Go by our website, avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv. We'll have more videos from the show floor of Enterprise Connect 2024. All that and more at avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv.